Allow me to rewind the last 1 year for you. In June 2020, the statue of a slave trader, Edward Colston, was torn down in Bristol. Why? Because he was a racist and people decided to cancel him. In the days that followed, Winston Churchill too was cancelled, as were many Confederates in America. Also in June 2020, Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling faced backlash online. Why? Because of this transphobic tweet. Later in 2020, TV star Ellen DeGeneres was cancelled because of a toxic workplace culture. Then came the god of cancels, former US President Donald Trump. He was cancelled from social media. Platforms muted him when he was still in the White House. Why? Because he was seen as a threat to democracy, hence cancelled. 5 days ago, model Chrissy Teigen was cancelled from a Netflix production. Why? Because she had harassed a model some 10 days ago. I'm listing these out for you with the hope that I can help you understand what the cancel culture is, or what's called cancelling, or culturally blocking someone, boycotting their work if they're dead, trying to end their careers if they happen to be alive. This is the cancel culture. No one knows when it began. No one knows exactly when it began. But over the years, it has spread from corporates to celebrities. You can be cancelled if your opinions do not resonate. It does not matter if you are American legislator Liz Cheney or late American author Dr. Seuss. Can we cancel people like we cancel plans and TV shows with bad ratings? Is it that simple? Or is it a last resort? Is cancelling a tool for social justice? Is it the only way to hold powerful people accountable? Is it the only way to speak truth to power in a society plagued by power imbalance and injustice? Or is it plain and simple intimidation? Well, this is something I want you to decide while I introduce you to the latest person who has been cancelled, Britain's Queen Elizabeth. Her portrait was taken down from a common room of an Oxford University college. The Queen's portrait was seen as a symbol of Britain's colonial history, so students from the Magdalen College passed a motion. It highlighted how for some students, depictions of the monarch and the British monarchy represent recent colonial history. Of the 17-member students' committee, 10 voted in favour of removing the portrait, 2 voted against it and 5 did not vote. Was this a sign of the Queen being cancelled? One committee member said, effectively cancelling the Queen sent out a dire message that is sure to enrage. Another student reportedly said, we are not capable of cancelling the Queen. The student committee has now decided to replace the Queen's portrait by art by or of other influential and inspirational people. Is this the ghost of the colonial past catching up with the British royal family? There are two sides to this cancel debate. In the case of the Queen, the debate circles around monarchy, an institution whose relevance is under question. Around the same time, the cancel culture took over the internet. The British royal family became the talk of the online town. First, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, found himself entangled in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. And then came his disastrous interview, which forced the Duke to step down from his public duties. Then Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from their royal duties. 1 year later, they washed dirty linen in an interview with Oprah, accused the royal family of racism and paying no heed to mental health. Recent events have been a public relations disaster for the British royal family. It is not helping their cause that more and more people are now opening up to the idea of discussing the uncomfortable and dark chapters of history. Be it the slave trade, racism, the colonial mindset, or the royal silence on all of these. A recent YouGov poll suggested that youngsters in Britain want to cancel the monarchy and opt for a republic instead. Come to think of it, it is hardly a surprise that students are now cancelling the British Queen. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.